Okay. Hey, everybody. I am back to talk about an email program that I highly recommend for newer bloggers or smaller databases. If you followed me for a while, you know that I've been an Infusionsoft user for years. Then Infusionsoft renamed their software to Keep and Keep Classic and Keep Grow and whatever. Personally, I got a little lost in that whole shuffle. The platform that I actually wanted, which was a full CRM with all the bells and whistles, turned out to be pretty expensive. I think like in the $399 range. Now, not all their plans are like that. And then what I found is over the past year of having that software, I wasn't using the dashboard, the tickler files, invoicing, a lot of the extras that I originally chose Keep for. So after analyzing my business and where it is today, and I'm talking about my blogging business, not my real estate business for those of you that follow. For real estate, we have a combination of our KW Command software and Infusionsoft or Keep. But for my blogging business, I really just needed something more simple where I can create pop-ups on my website, build a subscriber list, and set up a drip email campaign. I had tested Mailerite a few years ago and really liked it. Out of all the ones I tested, this one was my favorite for the price, the ease of use, how quick I could get it set up. I like the dashboard. Now, this is not really a CRM, although you can add custom fields, you can put in birthdays. There are things you can do. It's obviously not going to be anywhere near as robust as something like Salesforce or HubSpot or Infusionsoft. But if you're looking for an email program where you can build subscribers, set up easy sales funnels, drip email campaigns, this is a great website. So Mailerite is free to start with. I'll put a link below in the description box. I'm going to do a tutorial with you today to show you how to build that subscriber pop-up or slide in or bar, whatever you want it to be, and then how to set up your drip email campaign. The link in the description box is an affiliate link. All the software I teach, I generally have an affiliate relationship, which basically means if you wind up making a purchase after your trial, I also benefit. There's no additional costs passed to you for that benefit, but I want to make sure that you know that I do have somewhat of an interest in this. But I am paying for Mailerite now for my blogging business. So it's something I chose, I'm paying for, and I'm using. So let's take a look. Now, I sent a campaign to 5,676 recipients yesterday. I'm testing some different strategies. We had an excellent open rate. I want you to look at that open rate. Out of 5,676 recipients, 38.97% open it. That is a credit to the platform that these emails are actually getting through. 1% click-through rate, gosh, it's so hard to get great click-through rates on emails anymore. That's not great. It's a pure sales pitch, this particular one. So I certainly understand why that click-through rate is low. The click-through rate is on me, right? That's up to me because that's all about my messaging and how I'm generating interest. But the open rate means that it's getting delivered and people are opening it. I can furthermore click on view report and take a look at more details in here, okay? How many people unsubscribed, were there any spam complaints, the bounces, everything you want to know about the email. So that part's good. Then I can view the email. I can look at the link activity. I can actually see where people clicked on the email. So we can see here that this one got most of the clicks, which is the button that actually took them to the class that I'm selling. So that's excellent. I can also take a look at the email. This is a template that Mailerite provides. There's it's actually a drag and drop builder. So we're going to build in these little blocks. So I can take a look at this and see what's actually getting clicks and then adjust my emails in the future accordingly. Okay. So this was brand new, testing the timer, testing this little webinar thing. So now I know that this part in the middle actually does well. So to have that little button, but most of the other stuff didn't get a whole lot of clicks. So maybe I just leave that out next time. And maybe my click-through rate would go up, have everybody just clicking on the one button. So those are kind of how I test the messages. So let's take a look now at how we build our pop-up to put on our website and or to share out with links and whatnot on wherever you're promoting your list. And then I'm going to show you really quick how to build a little drip email campaign so that you can send out your offer automatically or send out a drip email. Okay, so I actually have a drip email campaign going. Campaigns are where we're sending our broadcast messages, and automation is where we're setting up our drip funnel. So as you can see here, these are two brand new funnels that I've just built. I have the first one here is my blog subscriber list, and this is for people that are taking trials of an AI tool that I'm teaching and promoting. So you can see how many emails got sent. These are on drip. I have them going out every week. You can see that they have really good open rates, and then you can see the click-through rate. If I want to know more information, I can click on overview, and I can look I can read much more about the subscribers and the interaction and everything. Okay, so Mailerite calls those workflows. So whether you call them drip emails, or you call them sales funnels, or you call them flows or workflows, that's basically the same concept. Now up here we have something called forms. Forms is where we're going to create these pop-ups or bars across the top of the website. Okay, so I have one, for example. Let me show you how they work. So on loriballen.com, depending on what I'm promoting, you can probably click over here and see this in action. So I'm just going to click on one of my blogs here, and the ads that are popping up, those are through Google ads, this one here on the bottom. But up here you can see now two things just happened. This top bar, so I have a 4-hour blogging class. It's going to be held in one day. SEO content, topic, ideas, and creation. There they can click to get their ticket. And then they go to the course to get their ticket. Here we have a pop-up, and it's just basically offering people to subscribe. I'm testing several different ways of gaining subscribers. And that's the cool thing, is when people subscribe with Mailerite, we can see which form they use. So I'll know which one's working, okay? This can be set up on a timer, so it can pop up immediately, 5 seconds after, 30 seconds after, a minute after. It also can pop up based on if they scroll, or it could be an exit intent. If they close the browser, then it pops up, and I'll show you that in a moment. And then down here I have another one. I have this VIP newsletter, and it's sticky in the right sidebar. So as they scroll, so those are the ones that I'm testing. And now here we go. I have one more that pops up. I think that one was after 30 seconds or after a minute. Join the webinar, and it measures conversions. Now, I don't necessarily recommend having all of these going on. I'm just testing because I just got Mailerite back on, and I want to see where people are interacting with the platform. What do they like? What don't they like? That kind of thing. Surprising how many people actually will just sign up for something as simple as a VIP newsletter. Everybody says, oh, don't offer a newsletter. You got to offer a free guide or this, that, and the other. Yes, that is better. A lead magnet of some sort is better. But just saying, hey, sign up for our VIP newsletter actually still gets subscribers if you got some traffic on your website, okay? So something to keep in mind there. All right, so let's go back over to forms here. And here's a good example of this. So this newsletter pop-up, that one that's in the middle, it says here it's gained 18 subscribers out of 4,000 pop-ups. That's only a 0.41 conversion rate. So it's not a great conversion rate. However, it does show you that people are still using it, okay? The other forms are really not getting much interaction. So that pop-up has popped up. The Try Jasper pop-up, I actually closed that shortly after I started it to test this one, okay? So anyway, this is what you can play with. And then we have the embedded forms, and that is the subscriber list that was right there on the right-hand side. Not doing much. It's been shown a lot, only got 1 subscriber. So what that would tell me is that pop-up in the middle is better. Now, what I would want to do is go back and test this with the lead magnet and look at the conversion rates and see how much more traffic we get, okay? But again, I just set this up for testing purposes. So let's just say you want to create one of these pop-ups. So we're going to go, I'm going to show you how to do this again. Go to Forms, and then we're going to go to Create Pop-Up. Now, if you click this little arrow here, it'll give you the options to create a promotion or create an embedded form. So the embedded form is that one in the right sidebar, or it could be within the content. A pop-up is going to give us the option to create that pop-up or a slide in or the bar on the top or on the bottom. So let's just go ahead and create a pop-up. And we're going to give our pop-up a name. So maybe you're just doing a, maybe you're doing a lead magnet, and I'm going to do my free blogging guide. Save and continue. Don't worry, you can change the name later. You're not stuck with that. Okay, now you're going to select a subscriber group that anybody who fills out the form is going to go into. Okay, you can select more than one group. So let me give you an example. People that are they're signing up for a free trial of an AI tool that I use and I'm promoting. Okay, they get 10,000 credits when they sign up. If they click and sign up, I might put them in the Jasper affiliate trials campaign, and I might also put them in the blog subscribed campaign. But that I'm only going to do that if I have those campaigns varying, like one starts 7 days later or something like that. I don't want them getting both email campaigns at one time. Okay. You can also set up sales funnels that add them to other groups. You can add them to other groups after. The simplest way is to create a new group that goes for that form. Then decide later what other groups you want to put them in. Okay. So for example, I'm going to go to add a new group, and I'm going to call this one let's call it Blogging Guide Lead Magnet. Blogging Guide Lead Magnet. Okay. So that way I know that if somebody fills out that form, they're going to go in there. Now I can set up a sales funnel that delivers that blogging lead magnet and then decide where they're going to go after that. So it keeps it really clean. Okay. So remember, your subscribers can be in multiple groups. You're not charged for each group they're in. You're only being billed for your subscriber count that are actually in an active campaign. You're emailing to them somehow. I'm only paying, I think I'm paying $60 a month for 5,000 to 10,000 subscribers. Okay. So it's really priced well, and I like the way they bill for subscribers. Some of the other databases will bill you for each list that they're in or each group that they're in. That gets really tricky. And they're not billing me if they're unsubscribed, where other databases just bill you for everybody that's in your contact list. So this keeps it more cost effective, in my opinion. Okay. So we selected our subscriber group is going to be our blogging guide lead magnet. That's what we're going to put them in. Okay. Now we're going to go save and continue. And it's nice that you can see how many people are in each group as well. Now look at all these great templates. So now you can go in and you can choose a template. You can sort here by featured pop-up, full screen, slide box pop-up, half screen, but then we also can turn any of these into a bar on the top. Okay. So let's just say we want this to be a featured pop-up. As we know, based on my studies so far, that's my most popular one they're registering for. None of those offers are killer offers, so I didn't expect much. But here's the one that we just did right here. Okay, so we're going to select that one so I can show you what we did with it. All right, there we go. So on the right-hand side, you can see that we can change the form types. So this is the pop-up like we saw on my website. Here we can change this to a bar. See how that is on the bottom? These are fantastic. There we can change it to come in on the corner. This is going to be a full page pop-up, and here this is going to be kind of like that sidebar pop-up. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and stick with our regular one. And you can see here that you also have content blocks. These blocks can be dragged in. I've not played with the blocks yet, but let's just take one of these countdown ones and slide that in. See how easy that is? So now we can make this a countdown form if we want to. We can add text, images, image and content, social links, and even a divider to create whatever we want with this form. We'll go ahead and go back to design. To edit any section on the blog, or I'm sorry, on the form, you just use this little pencil here, and it'll open that right-hand bar so that you can change the heading type or the links. And then here you can just change this free blogger's guide. Okay, so you can change each one of those text elements. These are also drag and droppable if you want that to be somewhere else. You can use the arrows to move that up or down in other places on the form. Okay. Here's how we can edit the actual form by clicking the little pencil. So remember, if you want to edit any section, click on the little pencil. And then on the right hand side, you can see, instead of saying join now, you could have that say register today. So you can play around with the button call to action. You can also play with these fields. We have an email field, we have a name field, and we can click edit and we can change that to be whatever we want. And we can add fields right here. If you want to have more fields on the form, you can. Then here's your sign up form settings. If you want to add a privacy policy, do you want to add a confirmation checkbox? Do you want to add a hidden segmentation field? Do you want to add GDPR marketing compliance, interest groups? Let your subscribers choose the groups they want to be part of and subscribe to. So there's quite a bit there that we can play with as well on our form. And then the picture, where was the picture? I was just playing with the picture. Design settings. Okay, here it is. Sidebar background. Okay, so see that little guy there, background image. If you click that, then you could choose another picture. So let's say I want to put in the picture of myself in there. Then I could put select, and there we've got the picture. You can go to Canva and download another picture, somebody on their computer, whatever you want. You can also click edit, and you can edit the actual image. They have a little video editor that's built in, and you can play around. If I want that to be black and white, do I want it to be dual tone? So I can play around with all of those things as well. And it only makes a change if you actually save it. Okay, so you've got complete freedom. If I don't want that form background to be that bluish gray color, I can play around with it here and make it different colors. Okay, turn the shadows off and on. So there we go. If I want that to be green. So you would just play around with that however you want. If you don't want to make the changes, just click cancel and it'll go back to how it was. Okay, now you also can offer a success pop-up after they register. What do you want to show up on the success form? So here you go. You can just click edit, thank you, and now you could say we're sending your free ebook to your email. Please make sure you click the confirmation or click to download. You can add your social networks. What's really cool too about the social networks is once you add it to your settings in Mailerite, you can select it to always use those social media. So I don't have to go in here each time and set up Facebook, Twitter. You can see that they're already set up for me because I set them up once. So that's another cool tool. So that's how easy it is to just add this pop-up form. Now, once you're done, you got that all designed, just click save. Okay, nice and easy. And then we're going to go to next. If you're using WordPress, you can actually add the Mailerite plugin, and then you can select which form. Once you set it up on WordPress once, then all of your forms will work on that website. I set it up one time, put in the code, and you can create a form directly from there if you want to. I usually just go back to the Mailerite dashboard, set up the form, and then it will automatically integrate and work with my website. So that works great. So here's an example of choosing the behavior of that pop-up or slide in or bar. You can choose how many seconds you want to wait before that pops up. Because what we know is when things pop up immediately, it can be cause that interference and reduce the user experience, and Google doesn't want to see that. So you might want to have like a little timer there. If you're worried about search engine optimization, you want to make sure it's a quality user experience, you might want to delay the pop-ups a little bit. Show when the user scrolls to 50%, 75%, or 100%. So basically, that's only going to pop up if they scroll halfway down. Now, if you're using like a table of contents like I do, they could look at that table of contents, click on the item they want to learn more about on your blog. It will take them down the page automatically. And if that's 50% or more down the page, that pop-up will show up. So it works really perfectly with the table of contents. And then here you can show before closing, and they've got a disclaimer here that it doesn't work on mobile. This is only going to work on a desktop, okay? Now you can choose If that person does not subscribe, when do you want them to see that form again? Do you want them to see it 1 day from now, 1 week from now, 1 month from now, or do you want it to always show, which basically means any page they go on the website, that's going to pop up, okay? So it's a personal preference, but I say test it. Test each one of these. Get your forms going. Once you find one that's got a good amount of subscribers coming in, you've got the right lead magnet or the right offer, now start testing one thing at a time. First, test how many seconds before the pop-up shows and if that increases or decreases the subscribers. Then leave that. Then go to the next one. And you can see if scrolling works better than that timer. And then pick which one works better. A/B test those. Choose one, okay? Then same down here. So this is a strategy to test which ones work the best. Then we have schedule the timing of your pop-up in advance. So let's just say you have a Black Friday special coming up and you only want this to show up on Black Friday. Well, you can choose a specific time of when to show this, starting and ending. So then you don't have to go back in and worry about shutting it off. Once your offer is done, that will disappear. Okay? So for example, I have a class this week, Wednesday and Thursday. So I have this offer running, and then on Thursday morning, it'll disappear after 10 a.m. or after my class starts. That offer will disappear. And then I could have another one set to kick in when that one's over if I want to, okay? And then visibility. You can set which pages and or devices to show the pop-up. So you can hide it on specific pages by listing all the URLs that you want so that it does not show up on those pages. So maybe you have offers on unique pages, or you have an affiliate offer, or you have something that you just don't want to be, you can list them here. Applying a strict quality. I don't know. I've not played with that one. We're going to have to look at what that one is. And then we have only show on specific pages. So let's say I have an offer that pops up that says, get my free affiliate marketing guide. Well, I may only want that to show up on the pages that I know I'm already getting traffic on. I can use Google Analytics for that. And I can see which ones are related to affiliate marketing. And maybe I'll only put it on those. That way, that pop-up is not showing up on just any page. The conversion rates are going to be higher because that offer is only going to show to people who would be interested in that offer. So my affiliate pages could have my affiliate offer. My blogging pages could have my blogging offer. My email marketing pages could have an offer for an email marketing program, or top 10 ways to increase your email marketing list, or an email marketing guide. So you can get really specific and show the right offer to the right person. That to me is very, very important. So I think that's a great feature that Mailerite offers. We will have to look up that apply. Let's see right here. Here's your help file. Strict quality. Let's see if that pops up for us really quick. Strict quality. Okay, not easy. I'm going to have to look up what that one means because I'm still newer to the platform. Okay, here you can hide your offer on desktop, you can hide it on mobile devices, or you can hide it on tablets, or you can show it on all of them. What I do is I leave it on all of them, and then I go over and look at mobile and see how it looks. If I don't like it, then I'll go back in and get rid of it on mobile, because you're not going to, like, whether or not it's a slide in or a bar on top or a bar on the bottom or full screen, or it's going to look different on mobile. So you're going to want to test it on mobile. And you might have one that you only use for mobile and then have something else that you use for desktop so that they work better. Okay, so you can put in the official Mailerite sign up plugin, or you can use or you can just add this code to your header or footer of whatever website you're using. Okay. So see here, it says using Shopify. You can add the Mailer app for Shopify. If you're using WordPress, you can add the plugin, or you can just add this to your right before the closing head tag. So you'll see where that's at probably in your platform. Okay, so once we have that, we're going to click next. Okay, now you have to turn it on for it to work. You can choose if you want to have a double opt-in or not. So they have to confirm your email to actually be part of that list. So that's going to help create a quality list, but it's also going to cause you to lose some of your subscribers that never click that confirmation button. So that's a personal preference. Here it tells you everything that we created. Now those people will automatically be in our blogging lead magnet. So now we want to go set up the sales funnel or the drip email or whatever you want to call it that actually delivers our offer, and start sending out some sort of a drip email. So here you can see we have overview, we have analytics that's going to tell us how our campaign is doing. And then here we have an automation button. And this is where we can now immediately go in and create a workflow for this group or for this campaign, whatever you want to call it. So let's go to create a workflow. And I personally find their email funnel is super, super easy to create. So right here, it's off right now, so you don't have to worry about it immediately sending to anybody. Click this little plus sign, and now it's going to give us an option. Do we want right now to create an email? Do we want to create a delay before our campaign goes out? So let's just say for some reason you're starting a new campaign and you don't want them to get it immediately. You want them maybe to get it the next day. Well, you can add a delay, and then you can say here how many days you want to wait. Now, I use the delay after I create my first email in most cases. So I want to delete that. See how easy it is to click the little box and delete it. So now let's try this again, email or delay, or you can add a condition or you can add an action. So a condition is going to be a set of rules. You don't need to worry about any of this until you, as far as those rules and conditions, they're advanced, but they're amazing for people that want to use advanced features. For today, because this is a beginner's tutorial, we're not going to worry about the conditions. You don't need them right now. We just want to make sure we have a simple drip email campaign. Okay, so again, click on the plus. I just basically wanted to show you if you are a bells and whistles person, you want to get more advanced in your campaigns, you will be able to grow into that. Or if you're already more advanced, you can see that they're already there. And here we have actions, and you can choose an action. If this person gets added to this group, you can update a custom field. You can copy them to another group. You can move them to a group at any phase in your funnel. You can remove them from a group at any phase in your funnel. You can mark them as unsubscribed if they unsubscribe, or you can move them to another step in the workflow. Once again, for most of you, you don't need to mess with that right now. We're going to keep this a simple workflow. So all we need to do is click on email. Okay, so type in your email name. So I'm sorry, I've got this little, let me see if I can turn that off. I am just going to unpin it. There we go. That should take care of that. Maybe, maybe not. Okay. So that's just another little thing I have working. You can ignore those little D's that are on the right side. Okay, so define email content. So email, type in your email name. So your email name is going to be whatever this email is called. So in this particular case, we're going to say we're going to deliver our blogging guide. They don't see that. That is for you so that you can look at your analytics and understand what's happening with each email in the funnel or in the workflow. Email subject, type in your email subject. As promised, here is your free guide. And then here you can insert their first name, their last name. Okay, so then here you can use emojis. So maybe I want to put a little smiley face on there. So as promised, here is your free guide. It'll have their name. Oops, I put that right on top of there. There we go. I want that emoji to go after the name. So we'll just use our little arrow there. And then we'll put him in. Okay? So something like that. Who is it from? It's from me. What's your email? This is coming from our settings. Okay? You can use Google Analytics for link tracking if you like. You can use metric tracking. I'm not going to get into all those, but just make sure you have tracking turned on. If you're a Google Analytics user, you're definitely going to want to use that as well. Now we're going to go to design email. Oh, and there's also a language option down at the bottom. So now we're going to go to design email. So here you have your template gallery. So you can take a look and scroll through all of the templates. There are 76 templates in here right now. Here are various ones. So let's just say you want to create a newsletter format. And it does work with RSS, which I really like too. So let's just say you want to put all of your blog subscribers on an email that automatically goes out to them that includes an RSS from your blog. You can go in here, create the email, drop in the RSS, choose the blog post you want to send out, and then send it to them. I'll show you that in just a second, okay? So here's recent emails. Oh, I'm sorry, that was the one I already sent out. So we got newsletters, we got announcements, we have deals and offers, events, blog and updates. So here's an example of sending them something from your blog. Monthly news features. We have holidays, surveys, health and wellness, notifications, inspirations. So you can pick any of the templates that you would want to use on here. Okay. So you could also deliver your lead magnet with any one of these templates. Just choose one that you like the look of it. And you say, okay, I think my lead magnet will work there. But I'm also going to show you how you can get rid of those blogs. Let's try this notification one. All right, that's nice and simple. Both of these are pretty simple for just sending your first lead magnet. So let's just say we're going to go with this one. So I'm going to click select, and I'll show you how easy it is to edit this. You literally could remove all the blocks on this page and start from a complete clean slate if you want. So first up here, we have a logo. If you don't have a logo or you don't want a logo, you can just click the trash can and it'll get rid of that block. On the left here, you can see you also have something like this. Logo and weekly newsletter. That looks really nice. Or you have logo with menu underneath it. Okay? And you can set these up so that you're driving traffic back to your website, or maybe you want to drive traffic back to your social channels. Then you might choose that one. And then it's easy to edit by clicking edit. Then we're going to just change the logo, and you're going to pick your logo and drop that in there. And you can play with the sizes over here on it. You can add a link. I thought that was, let me click at it. I thought that one was drag and droppable. I'd have to play around with that one a little bit more. There's settings. There we go. That's what it is. So you can change how big that is here. Okay. So if I want that to be larger, I can do that here. And then this controls the padding around the logo. So that way you can get it to kind of fit nicely like the other one was fitting. Okay. There you go. So now we go back to content. Let's click save. And then here, what we're really going to do is we're going to offer that lead magnet, right? So look at this block. Let's just say we don't want that. Here's a nice one you could put in there, right in the middle. So now this could be a picture of your lead magnet or your lead magnet cover. And right here, this could say here, oh, we got to edit it over here. Your free guide as promised. And then if you want a subtitle here, courtesy of Lori Ballen, you could do that. Here's where you can change that image. So I'm going to click change, and I can change it to anything that I've uploaded here. And then I can upload by URL, Google Drive, can upload a GIF or GIF, whatever you call it there. So I can go to Canva and find something I like, and I can upload it. Okay. Now, some of the other email platforms have like a little built-in library of art. I wish this one had that, but I have Canva Pro, so I just go to Canva and upload something. So for example, does it tell me the ideal size? I don't think it does. Let me close that. Oh, there it is. 500 by 285. So I could go to Canva. I'll put a link below to Canva too. Create a design. Custom size. And I think it said 500 by 285. I usually will try to work with whatever their suggestion was. Okay. Now I'm going to go to elements. Now theirs was a bike. So ours is a blogging guide. So maybe you look up ebook. Okay. And you make something like that. Or let's just say we're going to just go with a blogging guide like this. Maybe it's holiday season. So just for example, now I'm going to go to download. Actually, you know what? It would probably look better to have something like this with the white. Okay, let's try that. Download, JPEG, free guide. Now remember, I don't have much experience with this platform yet, and this is how easy it is to figure it out and roll as you go, because I've not done a lot of these pieces, and it's pretty intuitive, okay? So then I'm going to go to Documents. I'm going to load that free guide. It's going to show up here in my library. I'm going to check it, select it. There you go. That looks great. I actually really like that. I like it with that background on it. Okay, then you can put a little text here if you want. And then here, this could be a link to the actual guide. So like when I'm delivering a free ebook, what I do is I upload the file to WordPress. WordPress then gives me a PDF, a link for them to get the PDF. You can use whatever, there's all kinds of, if you go to Google and type in create free PDF creator or link creator. Some people use Dropbox with a shared link, whatever works for you. And you could put the link right here for them to download. Okay. And then here's where you would change the info below here and then take a closer look, get your ebook. Okay. They click here and there's where you put the link. Okay. I've not played around with if there's any way to add attachments here, but because I always work with links, and links help with spam rates and all that rather than attaching an actual file. So I always suggest we work within a link. Okay. And then here you can change this to be your signature. You can play with this, or you can get rid of that block and scroll down here and take a look at all these different blocks. You have all these headings. You have article highlights, articles and image background. Here's daily news. So now maybe underneath that, we're going to give them their book, but now we also want to promote 2 other books or 2 free affiliate sign up tools that you're going to benefit from, or 2 of your popular social posts or blogs or videos or any of that kind of stuff that you want to put there. Okay. That's a great looking piece. And if you scroll down underneath that, here's where you can just put in a video. You put in a link to the video, it'll automatically put a little animated thumbnail on there. It works great. That one I've tested because I do videos in almost all of my emails. And then down here, you've got, look at this, other links. So you could visit our other most popular blogs if you want to. You also have hero images. Here's where you could put various articles from your blogs with little thumbnail images. And if you click edit, you can see here where you can play with these. You can go in and edit each one. There's the image. There's the link. Okay. So that's not the RSS one I was talking about. You're going to go in and create those manually. It's great for driving additional traffic to your blog. Here's the RSS list, and here's the RSS featured articles. Here's RSS with a signature. So let's just say you want to include blogs from your website, from your RSS feed. So click here, and it'll say, click here to grab content from your RSS feed. So right here, you're going to paste in whatever the feed is for your blog. In my case, and in many cases, it would look like this, your domain name /feed. So look how cool this looks. So here's my last blog I posted, 10 best ramen, places to get ramen in Las Vegas. Here's the 2 water parks versus this one. Here's the 10 best cordless vacuums for pet hair. So you can go in and play with how many you want to show up and which ones you want to show up. Okay, so that'll keep going if you want it to keep going. And then you can play with your settings to decide if you wanted to have the categories, the publish date, the author, and then you would just get rid of those if you don't want those things to actually show up there. Maybe you don't need the read more link. Actually, I would keep that in there. Maybe you don't need the category. There we go. Something like that. Okay. And you could choose 1, 2, 3. You could choose if you wanted to have the featured image. Do you want it to not have the featured image? Do you want it to have titles only? So lots of ways to play with it. You can even play with the format here. So lots of options with those RSS feeds. Okay. Once you have this all finished and set up, then you're going to just click save and then done editing. Now you can preview and test this. You can go to preview mode to see what it looks like. You also can go send yourself a test email so that you can check all the links and test what it looks like before sending this out to anybody else, okay? You can see what it looks like on mobile. That looks amazing. See what it looks like on desktop, okay? You can save yourself a template there, and then you can copy this link to share if you want to. Once we're all done, we're just going to click Done Editing. So then what happens is automatically when anybody fills out the form, Mailerite sends them your blogging guide. That's what you want to happen with the lead magnet. Now, beyond that, you would just want to go down this workflow, click the plus sign, add a delay. Now decide when you want them to get an email from you again. So they got your guide, your blogging guide. Maybe the next day you send them a little follow-up. Okay, so I'm going to click save, and then here I'm going to go click another email, and maybe I'm going to send them a little email with a video this time that says, hey, so glad you got to download the free ebook yesterday. Here's a 1-hour video I made on blogging that you might also like to enjoy. Or maybe I'm going to send them something that says, glad you got your free ebook. Here's a tool that I use every day in my blogging, and it might be an affiliate link. So you can go through, add a delay, add an email, add a delay, add an email, add a delay, add an email. And then when you want to get more advanced, there was all those extra little conditions and things that you can set up down the road. That's how easy it is to set up and build your subscriber list with the very affordable, very easy to use Mailerite. I'm Lori Ballen. Thanks so much for joining me today.